Ooh, all right. That's not perfect, but it is better. We are live for the first time ever on this channel. Bear with me. I know the camera quality is dog water and the microphone probably is not any better, but I thought this stream was necessary as I've been gone from the channel for a hot minute. We have some news to catch up on, and I thought I would, instead of making a bunch of month outdated videos, that it would just be better to cover it all in this stream and then have a fresh start with videos in the coming days. So I know there's nobody in here right now, but in the chance that people watch this on the on demand or whatever you want to call it, just wanted to address that. So I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of technical stuff here to try and make this not look as bad. But I understand if that's not possible. I want to pull up some news and we're going to get right into it. So just give me a couple minutes. If you want to skip, if you're watching this later after it's been live, I'd skip to maybe the 5-minute area and we'll probably be covering some news there. So yeah. That's a little better. I think I'll keep a white light up on my second monitor. All right. I got some news pulled up. A couple notes that I wanted to touch on. I think we're going to just jump right into this. This is probably going to be a quick stream as it doesn't seem like I missed too much. Not a horrible time to be gone from YouTube. So that's something I'm grateful for, at least. What I'm not grateful for is what I have missed in the last couple months. Again, nothing crazy, not like any yeah, but nothing like good groundbreaking, I guess, for the majority of the fan base. Again, yeah, this is probably going to be a quicker stream, probably less than an hour, because a lot of this I don't need to cover topic by topic. It can just kind of be condensed into general thoughts, and as maybe a couple people pop in here and there, we can get some conversation started, and that's usually how I am better at conversing anyway, so that will be perfect. Yeah, shorter stream, under an hour. I have another channel that I did a catch-up live stream on as well, and that went well over 3 hours because I actually missed a lot of news for that community, Stranger Things, and I covered every topic in its entirety, which might not have been the move. Regardless, I got all the news out there, felt great. But for this, we're just gonna kind of do a big blanket statement for everything that's happened. Where to start though? That is a great question. Said nobody. Where to start? I think we just ripped the band-aid off, honestly. One viewer, what's up? What's up? We're talking about Star Wars. Say something in the chat. We were just about to get started. We're about to rip the band-aid off. I've missed a lot of Star Wars news, and I'm gonna just kind of cover it blanket statement instead of going into each individual topic. So what we're starting with is their new plan. Let's call it that. Lucasfilm's new plan with Star Wars. So obviously we've got Skeleton Crew out now. Andor's going to be out top of the year next year. I think they said April. So in the spring, we know that the Mando movie has wrapped, and we know that Filoni is going to be going into filming of Ahsoka season 2 soon. So those are the big topics. Those are still happening. However, their blanket kind of plan for the films, at least, is to double down on Rey. Now, I don't think I've said this on this channel, and I guess I'm going to now. What a better spot to do it than a dead live stream that people may or may not watch the on demand of later. I liked Rey. Yeah, come at me with your pitchforks in the comments, as everybody is so keen to do when I give my opinions. I'll be the first to say it. I liked Rey. Did a kind of a small distaste grow after the fact, after the trilogy was done? Yes, slightly, but did I still appreciate her as a character? Yes. Now, I'm gonna make my own, like, kind of big video on this, comparing her to the, hero of the other trilogies, more specifically Luke in the original trilogy, because there are a lot of similarities that people just seem to gloss over, and it's kind of unfair. You know, the argument is always made is that uh, Rey didn't go through a struggle. Rey didn't have character development and growth. She was just handed everything. Which, if you go back and watch the original trilogy, uh, what did Luke exactly struggle through? Now, yes, I'm very aware his father was Darth Vader. He went face to face with him multiple times and failed. Rey had her own versions of that. While her father was not, Sith Lord, Dark Lord of the Galaxy, she had her own internal struggles of who am I, where do I come from, and we see that kind of up and down journey. Now, I know a lot of that was due to bad writing and bad planning on behalf of Lucasfilm when going about the sequel trilogy, but if you look at it from a narrative, she is in this internal struggle with herself of where do I come from? What is my purpose in this galaxy? And she finds it and then has the struggle with, do I take Kylo Ren's hand? Do I not? Do I do this? Do I follow Luke's teachings? Do I go my own path? And in the end, in a messy fashion, I'll give you that, she finds her way in the galaxy. And in that, learns that she herself is a descendant of the dark side, as Luke was. And in the end, she takes her own path and finds herself in the story of the Skywalker bloodline. Now, that little rant aside, um, do I think it is the right move to make the next 3 films centered around her? For me personally, that's a win. I, again, as much as you may hate to hear it, enjoyed the Rey character. Do I think she was perfect? No, not by any means. But I think that they could learn and, I don't want to say fix her character, but learn from their mistakes and give her a redemption arc in the eyes of the people who didn't like her character. Now, this is hard again because I like the character. I'm excited to see where they take this trilogy, regardless of if it's 10, 11, 12 or not. But I do know, as a fan who cares about the brand and cares about where it's headed, that this is not the move, unfortunately. Do I wish everybody liked Rey and liked the sequel trilogy and were excited for this news? Yes, of course. But but it just, it's not the move. But like, there's still distaste in people's mouths and in their mind about the sequels and about the Rey character and about how they handled that. And to double down on that is probably one of the ballsiest moves I've ever seen in entertainment. Um, And unfortunately, I have little faith in whoever's going to be running the show. And this isn't even an attack on them. This is realistic. Looking at it from a realistic point of view, I have little faith in them to change a majority of the fan base's mind on this character. Um, Again, would I love to see that? Yes. But there is literally, it is probably like a 90 to 10 ratio of people who dislike to like Rey. So basing the future of Star Wars around her officially now is not a good move for the brand. And I think that's where I'll leave that. Being my thoughts on that situation. Trying to think if I had anything else to say on that because I don't want to come back to this. Yeah, I think that's it. That's my thoughts. I'm going to do a quick sound check before I get into what I think this trilogy could be about and people's reactions to it. So if you'll just give me 1 sec for a sound check. Oh. 1 sec for a sound check. Sound check, sound check. Oh, we're beautiful. Okay. Sweet. All right, we're back. Again, this is only my second stream, so I'm just getting a little conscious about levels and stuff. But now we're gonna kind of get into what I think the trilogy could be about. And I've thought about this a lot before this stream. I have no clue. I don't know. Actually, I take that back. It could go a lot of different ways. I think also something that I forgot to mention is that it sounds like the original like Rey movie is not going to happen, and instead they're going to focus on the trilogy. I think I got that right, unless it is still happening, and then they're going to do the trilogy, which is kind of crazy work because 4 Rey movies, that's not going to make people happy. That's all I got to say about that. But where was I? Oh yeah, the plot of these 3 movies. I think they're still going to take the route of Rey being the new Jedi Master. Whether you agree with that being a thing or not, Rey will be the new Jedi Master, and she's gonna lead the new Jedi Order. I think that is what this is gonna be about, and she's going to, whether it be multiple Jedi apprentices or a singular one, they've said she's gonna take on a Obi-Wan role. So how I picture that is like old man Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi, kind of taking Luke in, being like towards the end of his life and passing on the knowledge. Which I don't think they're gonna age Rey up. I think this is gonna be set like 5 to 10 years after Episode 9. So she's gonna be like a MILF Obi-Wan Kenobi, I guess. Like I don't know. I don't know. Because like in like age and wiseness, I don't see them making like, oh, Episode 10. Like how old would Rey realistically have to be like Obi-Wan age? Because she's what we're supposed to believe she's like early mid-20s in Force Awakens, I believe. in the sequel trilogy takes place over a year. So let's just say she's like 24. For her to be like 80, I'm not good at math, but that is 56 years. So we could do like a 60-year time gap, but I feel like that's wild. Like even the time gap in between 6 and 7 being like 30 years was like, whoa, you know? But then again, if they did a 60-year time gap, that does give them a lot of wiggle room to be like, what happened between 9 and 10? As they're kind of doing now with 6 and 7 in the Mandoverse. Man, that's hard. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find like the right spot to put this light. There we go. There we go. Okay. That is really hard. Because like is there anything really even happening in that 60 years? Because we're supposed to believe like after episode 9, like everything's really done. Like there's no more bad guys. You know what I mean? Which also brings me to why I originally said I don't know what this is gonna be about. You know what I mean? Like the Skywalker saga is done. Let's just say the galaxy is rid of evil. You know, why bring an evil back unless it makes a lot of sense? Because this, this trilogy can't just be about Rey training Jedi. You know, because like there's got to be a conflict. There has to be conflict. There's got to be dark and light, which is why I'm confused. But it's definitely going to take the route of Rey training Jedi, and there's going to be some evil back in the galaxy. Now, this is all we know. I'm sure it's going to be a lot more interesting when it actually comes time for this to be rolled out, whenever or if it even happens. We have yet to talk about that. Do I think this is going to happen? I'm just going to set my expectations low and say, hell no. Because, like, how many projects have we been told are going to happen and haven't? Now, again, I want this to happen. I am probably one of the only people that wants this to happen. So do it. I say do it. Do it and try your best. Make a good story. Have a plan. I don't care if this comes out in like 24. Well, yes, I do care if it comes out in 2040 because at that point, people are really not going to care. I don't care if this comes out 5, 6, 7 years from now and you put out a movie like every 2 years. As long as that movie is good. Make us like Rey again. You know, make the other people see what I see. I think that's all I have to say about that. And of course, people are very, very upset about this. I have never seen the Star Wars community so down bad, and I don't blame them. I know I'm in the minority, and I am one of those. I am also a minority within the minority of I'll listen to you. You know what I mean? I'll hear your opinion. I know that my opinions are not the popular ones. You know what I mean? I'll take the hate comments, but I'll do it in a respectful manner. Whereas a lot of people in my situation, they're very, I don't know if gatekeepy is the word. They're gatekeepy. They feel as if, Rey is the second coming of Jesus Christ, that the sequel trilogy is better than the OT, yada, yada. It's this weird middle ground that I'm in that I've tried to explain to so many people online and in person is that I'm a sequel trilogy fan, but I gotta say it. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those sequel trilogy fans, and I think you know exactly what I mean. So I think that's kind of the cool dynamic of me and my channel is that, and it's hilarious being on the back end of it because I get so many hate comments as if I am one of those fans. Like, oh, you just like this woke Disney BS garbage. I'm like, no, I have an open mind. You know what I mean? I liked the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte, and that is one of my most disliked videos saying that I liked it, because from just a viewer and fan perspective, the first 2 episodes were good. And if you say otherwise, majority of the time it's because of your perception going into it. The first 2 episodes were good, but then I went through this journey, and you could see it on my channel, of me being like, "Oh, yeah, episode 3 wasn't great. 4 was that was better. It didn't do what the last episode did." And 5 was like, "Oh, are we getting somewhere?" 6 was like, then I think 7 and 8 just, like, shit the bed. Like, 7 was bad, I'm pretty sure. It's been so long, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I very much disliked 7, and then I thought it ended good, and that got a lot of people riled up too, because I said it ended strong, and I guess I should have said as strong as it could have for what the penultimate episode set it up to be. Um, Overall, that show I don't think was good. Um, did it deserve to be canceled? I'm gonna say no. Was it a smart decision for them? Yeah, probably. I don't think they should have put the show out in the first place. Um, do I think they could have turned it around in season 2? Yeah, I'm always a fan of, hey, give them one more chance. It could be an absolute pile of BS. Give them one more chance, you know? And that's kind of where this conversation started. And I'm sorry for going all over the place. But is the fact that damn, where did I start this conversation? You can tell I'm not used to live streaming. I think I was kind of talking about like, oh yeah, the 5 to 7 year thing. Put the movie out. 5 to 7 years. And if it's good, people will respond. And honestly, now that I say that and think about that, we might even be at a point, unfortunately, where it's too far gone. And that's something that almost has nothing to do with the fans, even though it is about them. That has a lot to do with how they've handled the brand and what they've done to it since the sequel trilogy. Now, if all this came out since the sequel trilogy was like Mando, like the Mandoverse stuff, screw everything else. If everything was just consistently good, and then right now, what, 5 years after the end of the sequel trilogy, they said, hey, we're going into production on the sequel to the sequel trilogy, 10, 11, 12. It'll be out in 5 years, which means 10 years since the end of the sequel trilogy. What, 14, 15 since the start of it? And we're going to revisit Rey and what's going on in the galaxy like 10, 15 years later. I think people would have a 100% better reception, because yes, would they still dislike Rey, but they'd be like, you know what? Everything else you put out is good. Let's see if you turn it around. Now we're at a point of no return. And I don't know where Star Wars is going to be in the next even 1 to 2 years. I don't know. I'm scared. And if you're not scared, then you either just don't care, or you are in that majority of people who think everything that comes out is like God tier. And if you think that, that's cool. I'm not here to discredit that, but it does get to a point where if you say you're a fan and you care about this brand, you should care about the quality of stuff they're putting out and the state of the brand. But that's that. And this kind of goes into my next topic. I wasn't going to talk too much about why I've been gone. I'm not going to, regardless. I'm just going to kind of use it as a segue. I've obviously been gone off this channel for 3-ish months, I want to say, just due to stuff like in my personal life that I couldn't control. Nothing bad. It just, I really did not have any like ounce of free time to make videos, which sucked because we were doing good. But we're back. We're back better than ever. Videos coming out every time there's news. But something I realized in my absence, and I'm gonna bring up my other channel, my Stranger Things channel. Um, the two communities are so different. Um, while I was gone from my Stranger Things channel, I was still getting love on past content. I was still getting subscribers. I got the most subscribers and views ever on that channel in my absence, which is crazy. And yes, I know that's the algorithm, but it just goes to show that that community is still there. They're flourishing. They're excited, and all the comments are good. I have not gotten a single hate comment over there. Whereas Star Wars, it's like as soon as I left, it was a ghost town. Nothing happened. I got views on videos here and there, like maybe a couple hundred in my absence, but there was nothing. There was no interaction. It was just, um, it was just a lot. It was just emptiness. Like there were no likes, there were no comments, like not even hate comments. Like my subscribers stayed where they were. I didn't even lose subscribers. And my point of all this is that's just the state of the fandom. If you're not quick out producing content that people can hate on, you're pointless. And what that made me realize is like the state that Star Wars is in. Whereas again, Stranger Things, I was constantly getting a lot of positive comments and people talking and just everything positive. I was like, it felt like I wasn't gone. You know what I mean? And that's how it should be. It felt like I was not gone. Now, the point of me saying all this is that in my absence, I realized like, wow, like I missed the idea of making videos, but I did not miss the community, which sucks. That is not how it should be. Whereas I was itching to make Stranger Things videos again. I was longing for those comments. It made me sad. Like every day that passed that I didn't have the time to make a video and said I was going to, I got like actually upset because that community is so positive. And I was kind of longing for that. Whereas Star Wars, I was like, I can sit another couple months until whenever I decide to make a video. Which really went to show again the state that we are in. And I know that is something I can attempt to change by trying to open people's minds to what they're doing. But I mean, even at this point, I don't know what's going on. I have no clue. And again, that's why this stream is going to be short. Because, like, even the news that is out, it'd be just so repetitive to make videos on. Like, I'm going to now that I'm back and have the time. But if I was sitting here making it would have been back to back. It would have been, oh, Rogue Squadron canceled again. Oh, original Kenobi script is out. And guess what? It's 100 times better than the show. What else happened? Oh, Ray movie canceled. Wait, Ray movie's going to wait, Ray movie's getting a trilogy. Wait a second. Fucking I you know what I mean. Like it just be back and forth. And I have several videos where that's happened. Let me just pull up an example. I believe it was with oh my god, it was with Knights of the Old Republic, I think. And I mean there's been several examples of it, but that's the one that comes to mind. Oh, come on. Where's my channel? Where's my channel? Uh, I'll just do it on my phone. But I believe it was Knights of the Old Republic. Let's see here. Content. I don't know if any of you watching this make YouTube yourself, but I don't like the new studio layout. Let's just say that. I don't like it. Let's go to my playlist. That's how I'll find it. Ooh. Type playlist. Okay. All right, yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's the Knights of the Old Republic remake. KOTOR remake is too gruesome. So this is when it was still in production. They said it was like, oh, it's gruesome. I don't think Lucasfilm is going to do it. And then they removed the trailer like a couple days later. And then I didn't even have the time to put that out. And they said it was canceled. So I quick posted that, then quick posted a canceled video. Then I barely, like a couple days passed, maybe not even after the cancellation. And then somebody came out and said it's still alive. So I had to make a video on that. And I know that's just a game. That's just a remake. It has nothing to do with, the movies and stuff that's going on. But it just goes to show that they don't know what's going on. And if they're doing that for, I guess I'm saying this backwards, they're doing it for the movies. Their most valuable piece of content. Of course, they're going to do it for the games. I didn't even talk about Star Wars Outlaws. I didn't play it. It looked interesting to me, like when the concept came out. And then I saw the reviews and I saw the gameplay. I'm like, this does not look like a good game. I didn't even like bother to play it. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, especially being such like I'm probably the most positive Star Wars fan you're gonna find. I'm gonna say that right now. Okay, if you're here, clock it. Shaggy Shack, 156 subscribers, 0 people in my live stream. I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know if this is ever gonna take off. But if it does, just remember I said that, because I am going to try to spread that across the fandom. It's going to be a large task, but I'm definitely the most positive fan you're going to come across. I'll tell you how it is if stuff is bad, of course. But my point again with that is being that positive and being like this is crazy. That's crazy. And I hope they turn it around. I think they will. I hope they do. They need to. Something needs to change. That's all I'm going to say. I think I just covered everything, which is sad because I've been gone for like 3 months, and I've missed what I thought was so much. But it's really just been that back and forth dynamic. I'm gonna kind of just scroll through this stuff. I'm excited for Andor season 2. I'm gonna just scroll through like recent news. Oh yeah, Ahsoka 2. Let's just quick cover this. They're already setting Ahsoka 2 up for failure. Awesome, right? It's not going to be out for a while. It's going to be out probably after the Mando movie in 2026. You cannot have years past. I'm not going to care. I liked the Ahsoka show, but I'm not going to care. And I'm also not going to care when you come out and say that they're setting it up to be a conclusion, just in case they don't get renewed for season 3. That is not how you mark. You do not, even if that's your plan, don't let that get out. Okay? Oh my God. You don't let that get out. And you don't say that. That shouldn't leave your head. That should not be the mentality you have when creating something like that. That's what it is. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about views. It's all about coming back for the next season or not. It's not about the story. Dawn of the Jedi shooting in 2025. Is it? Okay, so Rey's movie is on hold. Got it. Yeah, oh, Sigourney Weaver's officially in Mando and Grogu. That is some good news. That is some good news. And yes, I did not make a video on it, but the Acolyte is canceled. Yeah. I'm just gonna go current news. Okay, yeah, Skeleton Crew. I guess I'll talk about Skeleton Crew for a little bit. I have not watched episode 1 and 2 yet. I fully intend on doing it probably right after this stream and making a video on it. Uh, um, I'm glad that it's gotten positive reactions. It looks cool. I'm excited to watch it. I'm not going into it thinking it's going to be the next like Empire Strikes Back because it's obviously not going to be, and it is 100% geared towards kids to be like a feel good kids thing. So I'm not going to even like critique it in the review. I'm just going to be like, that was fun, or it wasn't, or this sucks, or I liked this, because it's not that serious. I like that they're doing this. Are there some projects that I wish would take precedence over this? Yeah. But it's kind of like a Marvel scenario where they already had this filmed and planned out, so they got to put it out. Um, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do my reviews every week, and hopefully that'll get the channel back in the groove of things, and then I'll cover news throughout and whatnot. But Skeleton Crew's looking good so far. Disney's spending on the Acolyte pushes Star Wars costs to 2.9 billion. Oh, that might be a video, bro. 2 days ago from Forbes. Disney's overspending. Wow, they're critiquing them. Disney's overspending on the Acolyte pushes Star Wars cost to $3 billion. Is that overall? Like, is that including the sequel trilogy? Because those took a couple hundred million or a few hundred million themselves. 1 of 4 free articles. What the fuck? Okay. That is for Disney Star Wars as a whole. I was gonna say if they spent that in like the last like quarter or year or whatever, what did you spend that on, bro? Like honestly, like what did you just spend that on? 2.9. So let's think. I mean, each of the sequels, I think 7 made like 2.2 bill, and the following, okay, they probably made like 4.5 billion from the sequels. Spent 2.9. I'm gonna do 4.5 minus 2.9. 1.6 they bought for 4 billion, right? Which puts them at almost 4 billion in the hole. Now I'm sure they've made money off merch and other products and other films, but have they not broken even on Star Wars? Which again just goes to show like I'm so mind blown. But that just goes to show that like what are you doing? You bought for 4 billion. You get that money back. You have the most powerful brand on the planet. And you're probably at a loss after 14 years. That's 14 years they bought that. That's crazy. James Mangold and Bo Willimon are close to finishing a draft of Dawn of the Jedi. Will it ever see the light of day? I don't know. Star Wars Skeleton Crew hinting at a deeper conspiracy in the galaxy. Cool. I hope it ties into something. I mean, I don't want it to be like, uh, the next step in the universe because I'm sure not everybody's watching this, but tie it in somehow. Yeah, it's got a good Rotten Tomatoes score too. That's why I'm excited to watch it. People have been receiving it well. I'm gonna make my reviews on it. Marvel and Star Wars celebrate Black History Month 2025 with new variant covers. It's got a picture of OSHA in May on like a variant like comic cover or something. Legacy of Vader, Mother Anastasia is in that series. High Republic. OSHA. Oh wow. OSHA. They canceled Acolyte, but it looks like they're still kind of going all in on the characters because there's a High Republic comic here from Marvel. It's got OSHA and May front and center. There's Lando. That's cool. Unless these have already been made, but still, the fact that they're like reissuing them for like the holiday, a little weird. Like I get it. People still like those characters. I don't know. That's weird to me. I still don't think they should have canceled it. But what Star Wars cameo do you want to see most in Skeleton Crew? Jesus. None. Yeah, news is slow when Collider. Wait, are there really werewolves in Star Wars? Yeah, Play-Doh. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. A lot of rehash stuff in the news outside of what we've already talked about. Yeah, Mandalorian and Grogu will be the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. Why is that a headline? Anybody with a brain can do that math. Yeah, a lot of Skeleton Crew praise. Yeah, outside of the Rey news, there's not much. This new path they're going on, we talked about that at the beginning of this. Other than that, it doesn't look like I missed much, which is good for me and my sanity. I don't have to make 1,000 videos or a 3-hour long live stream catching up on it. But Skeleton Crew, I'm definitely gonna watch that after this stream. First 2 episodes, I'll do my review, and weekly reviews will come out on that as well. And then we'll get back into the swing of things with videos. Keep this channel going up. I see we do have a viewer. What's up? Don't be shy. Hop in the chat. The stream is about to end, but if you have anything to say regarding Star Wars and any recent news, that's kind of what we're covering. Feel free to drop it in the chat. We can keep this going a little longer if you got anything to say. If not, I'm just going to scroll a little bit longer, see if I can find any news worthy of speaking on besides Skeleton Crew and what they're doing with Rey and whatnot. But yeah, again, welcome to the stream. Wrapping up, but feel free to hop in the chat. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is free on the Epic Games Store. That's crazy. I bought that game for $60. There's a Grogu anime. Oh, it's like a kiddie anime. That's crazy. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it, guys. That's sad. There's nothing out there. I'm gonna watch Skeleton Crew. Turn my brain off and watch Skeleton Crew, I guess. Um, they're just canceling left and right. I don't know if any of this stuff's gonna happen. If anything happens, put the Ray trilogy out at the least. Cancel everything else. Put the Ray trilogy out and try to woo people back to the sequel era, I guess. I'm sure Andor 2 is going to be good. And I think I'll like Skeleton Crew, probably. I don't know. A lot of these shows kind of flop after the midway point. So I don't know how many episodes it's supposed to be. Probably 8 or 9. But yeah, that is about it. We just wrapped up the last couple of months of Star Wars news very quickly in 45 minutes. Because again, there's not a lot out there, just a lot of wishy-washy BS from Lucasfilm. We got our new Rey trilogy going to be in the works. It sounds like her solo movie's on pause. Dawn of the Jedi may or may not be happening. I didn't even think about Taika Waititi. Let's just say his is not happening. I don't think Rogue Squadron's happening. Acolyte's canceled. Andor 2 is going to probably be really good. Other than that, man, I don't know. Enjoy Skeleton Crew because after that and Andor, I don't know what else we're going to have. So enjoy that. I'm going to watch that. Of course, 2 people popping in as I'm ending. But again, if you guys have anything to say in the chat before I close this off, let me know. But I think that's it. We covered 3-4 months worth of news in 45 minutes. Star Wars is in a very odd place right now. But yeah, I'm going to stay positive, keep making videos, and that's about it. I think I'm going to end this unless we got any last minute chats rolling in. I'll give it a couple minutes. Alrighty. I think that's it. I'll see you guys on the videos on the channel.